Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today we're diving into a corporate filing that smells a little fishy, like someone's trying to hide something with a sudden departure. Let's see if we can sniff out the truth behind Birchtech Corp's latest report. This filing is all about a big change at the top and some rearrangements in the boardroom. We are going to examine why someone is leaving, who's stepping up, and what it all might mean for this company. Before we get started, if you are interested in getting straight insights from corporate documents, make sure you subscribe. Also check out our Discord community linked in the description below. First up, we have some news about a director leaving. Christopher Greenberg, who has been a director and chairman of the board for a good while, is stepping down. He's been a director since June of 2013 and chairman since December of 2014. And chairman since December of 2014. The effective date for his resignation is July 1, 2025. Now, here's the important part. The company says it's not because of any disagreements about how things are being run. Instead, they claim he wants to focus on other business stuff. The board doesn't plan to fill his spot, at least not right now. Next, we see that Richard McPherson, who is already the president, chief executive officer, and a director, will be stepping in as the chairman of the board on an interim basis starting July 1, 2025. So he's adding another hat to his collection. This means he'll be holding all those positions at once, at least for the time being. The report is signed by Richard McPherson himself in his capacity as president and CEO. It confirms that he's authorized to represent the company in this filing. Now, let's take a step back and think about what this all means. A director and chairman leaving, especially one who's been around for so long, that can be a pretty big deal. Yes, it happens all the time and people leave for personal reasons, but it's worth taking a closer look. The company is saying it's just because he's got other things to focus on, but you always have to wonder if that company's struggling in some way. Putting McPherson in charge of everything could be a good thing or a bad thing. On the one hand, it simplifies the leadership structure and gives him more control to make quick decisions. Maybe Birchtech wants some changes and fast action. On the other hand, it could spread him too thin and he may not be able to effectively handle all those responsibilities. Ultimately, does he have the experience to handle all of the roles being piled upon him? This is especially worrying since if he fails or leaves, there isn't a clear number two ready to immediately take over. Without knowing more specifics, it's difficult to say for sure what's going on at Birchtech. It's something worth keeping an eye on as the company moves forward. Sometimes these leadership changes can signal bigger shifts coming, or they might just be a normal part of doing business. So what's my take on Birchtech here? A director leading usually means something. The explanation they give, focusing on his other business pursuits while possible, sounds a bit too clean. Then putting someone in charge of all those positions, president, CEO and chairman, seems like a stretch. From the outside, it's hard to say for sure what's really behind all this. If the company starts performing poorly, losing money, or taking on a bunch of debt, it might be a sign that things aren't going so well internally. If the stock price goes down drastically after a while, or they start selling off pieces of the company, that could be another red flag. Overall, something feels off about this situation. The direction the company is taking seems unclear, and it introduces some risks. The biggest weakness is probably in regards to leadership. And if McPherson stumbles, there might not be a good plan in place. Without more financial information, it's tough to give a specific price range for the stock. Alright, that's our breakdown of Birchtech's latest filing. What's your take on these changes and what they will signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. We also have a Discord community linked in the description below. Thanks for watching. See you next time.